Welcome back, everybody. And again, yes, before y'all say it, we're back on the EM2, the old abandoned Civic. So, wow, sounds like somebody over there having some fun, huh? So, anyways, like I told you guys before, I had something to go pick up. And if you guys didn't see it, well, I'll see it on the previous video. But, you know, this means that this car, after about 10 months, is actually coming. Well, I won't say coming, it's about wrapping up. So without further ado, it did something probably shouldn't have done, but if you guys can see, front bumper and rear bumper, side skirts. Oh yeah, finally got her body kit. And want to give a nice shout out there to Alex. Thank you, buddy. He originally purchased this for his car, and well, unfortunately, you know, his Civic had been wrecked, so he decided to sell it and never put it on the car. So sorry, buddy, but his loss, our gain. So now on this one, obviously, yeah, got to put it on. So without further ado, we'll get setting up and we'll show you guys installing this body kit on this bad boy and finally make this EM2 have a little bit of attitude. So I'm just excited about it. But like I said, we'll get you guys set up and we'll get to it. All right, we're gonna be fixing that right there. We're getting down, we're getting low. Doing all the time. I'm letting go. I wanna find someone to love. I feel alive. I think you know. We're getting down, we're getting low. We're getting down. Got everything unwrapped, laid out. It's a good idea to go ahead and check everything for simple reasons is like this. Now, unfortunately, you know, she broke me right there, but I don't blame that on anybody. That kind of stuff tends to happen in shipping. I mean, this ain't the first one that I bought, and being fiberglass, well, you know, they're more prone to heavy damage. I mean, unfortunately, they are easier to fix, but you know, they are also prone to damage. So, i.e., that so far is the only spot that I've found. So, I mean, we kind of call that a win. And like I said, these things are not, like when they arrive, do not expect to have everything pristine, ready to go. This is a kit. This is meant to have body work done to it. So if that little break right there is the only thing that we've gotten on this whole kit, I mean, and for the price that I paid, I mean, come on. I mean, I got that at like a fourth of what it would have cost me to order brand new. And again, a big shout out to Alex. Thank you for wrapping those for me. That helped with bringing them home. But like I said, with everything Come on. I mean, that is the only imperfection on the entire kit. And like I said, for a quarter of the price, you really can't beat it. I mean, I got to fix one thing. Like, come on. That's easy. And luckily for me, I know how to do fiberglass, so that nothing. That literally will take like maybe 20 minutes to fix. So that's it. And actually, I think I might even have the stuff inside the garage to fix it. So not a big deal. But I mean, as you guys can see, got everything laid out, and we can start working on this thing, start ripping stuff off and getting it where it's got to go. I mean, can't really complain. Front end, side skirts, you know. Just gonna give this little EM2 a little bit more of an aggressive look. And the fact that they came black, I mean, come on, it matches the car. Really? So we are gonna paint them, but just not yet. Yeah, see the rear as well. I mean, that's pretty good, and there's not really much to it. A little chip right there where the rear goes, but these things are pretty reasonable condition, to tell you the truth. So I guess you guys set up and start ripping off some parts and putting them on. So we'll be back. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, we're all set up. So it's actually pretty easy to remove your rear bumper. I mean, pretty close to be self-explanatory, except for you're gonna have a little cover here that you gotta pop off, and you're gonna have another little cover here that you gotta pop off, and then it's as simple as a 10 mil to basically undo 2 10 mils, and you can pop that thing right off. So I'll go ahead and get down on it and show you guys how it's done. There's one. As you guys see down here, don't be afraid. I mean, I know it's gonna be a little harsh, but all you guys really got to do is pop this out. Oh, made a liar of me. There's another bolt there. But anyways, pull out that other bolt and you rip that thing out. So we'll get to that. Wrong size. Alright guys, so fortunately this one's probably never been off, but there's 2 little clips down there, 1 bolt on each side. But as you guys can see, after you take out those 6 things, you can pretty much just take it off. And that's it. Done. This is any of the time you guys want to do any cleaning up or anything like this. And here, me personally, I don't really care. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'll go ahead and get that. get it marked up, you're gonna have to drill 2 holes at least, you know, to get that thing in there. So get on to it. What's up, guys? So we're back. It's a couple days later, and sorry, the camera died, and well, just haven't been on it because when you're putting one of these on, you're basically kind of making it up as you go. And these things don't have the mounts, so either you have to make the mounts for it, or you have to come up with innovative solutions. And one thing I've always done is, well, I've used self-drilling, or if you want to call them self-tapping screws, just, in selective spots. And yes, if you don't want to see screws, of course, you're going to go more into it on making custom brackets for the inside, drilling holes, and then getting the fiberglass and, bonding the brackets actually to the rear bumper, to your panels to go. And some people are like, why don't you just put tape? Well, for a rear end, tape's not probably the best option. And then if you go I know there's some people out there, and me, I'm totally against it, but remember, you do you, it's your car. Zip ties. And I think zip ties is just one of the cheesiest ways to do them. They break, and you'd be driving down the road, and all of a sudden, like, your bumper's hanging off, the wind's got it, and over time, those things, the plastic dries out and they come out. So to me, zip ties is not an option. So I had to wait and get some screws. And so when they came in, of course I wanted black. I didn't want them to be as noticeable. So you're going to be seeing like these nice shiny, nickel plated, or, you call them chrome screws sticking out. And nah, didn't really want that. So went ahead and ordered me a nice little kit right here. Comes with tons of them, nice little Phillips head self-drilling screws, or self-tapping, whatever you want to call them. It came with a whole assortment. Not bad. About 13 bucks off of Amazon, so another win. And so when you're building these cars, Amazon's probably going to be your best friend. And like I said, you got to come up with innovative solutions. So me personally, I just like putting them on, and with some kind of mechanical securement. So with that being said, I'll show you guys how the side looks. Of course, we got to get that other side over there done, but go ahead and give you guys an idea of what it looks like. And I mean, I don't think that's half bad. The only one that you are actually going to see on the car, if the shadow permits, is right here. But once you paint this over, and like I said, the whole thing is going to go black, so once you paint this over, you're not going to notice that one screw. Now, they put another one, I don't know how well you see it, but they put another one up in here. And yeah, I mean, it's on there. Pretty good. I ain't going nowhere. We're gonna, of course, put the other ones down in here where they go. Now with these, you guys will remember, you're not gonna just go slap them on. That's not gonna happen. These things are made from molds, and of course there's gonna be somewhat of an error when they're building them, so you have to trim stuff. I mean, that's just the name of the game. You're modifying your car, you're gonna trim it. So I had to come in here, and I just decided, I'm not gonna keep putting on off. And yeah, if I wanted to come in here and fix it later, I could, but it's the trunk. Nobody really cares. You're not going to see it where you're going down. But these things had to be trimmed in here just so that they could actually fit the car. And that's it. There's other ones like down in here. This was really thick in this area. It was actually pushing against the body right here and keeping this whole bumper from coming out. So we trimmed those sides too. And let me show you guys what I mean. We'll show you over here on the front end, and you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. When it comes to trimming and taking your time at fitting these. And just remember, go slow, you'll be fine. But these are two examples of things that need to be trimmed before you put these on the car. And you're gonna know, when you start putting it up there, everything's not gonna fit. Your best thing is, get yourself like a dry erase marker, or even a Sharpie, and just kind of mark it, take it out a little at a time until it fits. So it's going to be a lot of taking it on, putting it off, taking it on, putting it off, just till you can get it right. But as you guys can see, this little molded piece in here, that's got to come out. And you say, well, that's not a big deal, Matt. No, that one isn't. But if you come over here and look, see how much wider this one is? This whole piece here is going to have to be trimmed out, because what sits in this area? The headlight. So that is just, with this, I'd say this is about 1/2 inch of material right here that we already know is going to have to be taken off. So before you go and put that on a car, like me personally, I already know this will end up being the 3rd one I've done. So I already know that's got to be trimmed, because that is in the way. You know, and like I said, you're going to be doing some more trimming and fitting. Now, don't freak out. That's just the way it goes. You know, we may even have to get in here and trim some of this up, because this looks like it might be a little too wide to actually sit flush in there against the fender. You know, I mean, it's pretty wide here, you know. And then, you know, you guys are going to see, like, I don't know how well you can see, but in here, you know, these tend to get thick in the corners. I mean, if you look down here, you can see right in here, it's thick. Now, this ain't really going to matter, but when you have it in here and you're trying to tuck it in and it's really thick, like right here, there's a nice little piece where like excess resin and stuff has settled when they're molding it. You're basically going to end up, you know, maybe having to grind that out a little bit just to get it to fit nice and tight against the car. And like I said, the more time that you spend on small adjustments and, you know, trimming little by little, of course, you don't want to take too much, because it's always harder to put back, you know, than to take off. So just word of advice, a little bit at a time. But with that being said, you know, if you take your time, you're going to get a really nice, clean looking car with everything sitting together. You know, and it takes time. It's not something you're just going to go and just, oh, I'm going to throw it on. Not going to happen. Sometimes you get lucky depending on who makes it. Sometimes you don't. It's the name of the game. You know, this is why this is the fitment to the car, not just bolting it on the car. So that being said, get back to getting the other side done and then move on to the next part. So I'll be back. As you guys can see, it's not that hard. You know, had to do a little bit of fitment there just to get it to on that radius, just to get it to tuck in there, but it's done. I mean, the bumper's on, and you take a look for yourself and, well, make your own judgment. But remember, my car my way, your car your way. These are just suggestions, and for me, I found out screws work, zip ties, nah, eventually they're gonna fail, especially with the wind force and stuff of this car going down the road and just being out in the elements. Those things are gonna become brittle, they're gonna snap eventually. So zip ties, no. But anyways, enough of my rambling on. You guys take a look for yourselves, see what you think. I mean, It's not bad unless you're actually looking really close at it. Them screws are not really noticeable. I think that works. So be back when you get the car flipped around, and yeah, we'll start working on that front end. So we'll be back, guys. Alrighty, guys, so well, as you guys see, got the front off, and starting to work the bumper on, and then look, visit from the nurse. Woohoo. So yeah, I'm that baller. They come to my house, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be done soon, be back to work, be back to normal. So that'd be awesome. But other than that, side note, well, we're back in the car. And this is why I said, you guys, you test fit, trim a little. And sometimes it's not always on the bumper, you know. Sometimes it's on the car. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So if you guys can see, yes, you know, we got this thing on, but there's a problem. The problem being that bumper is pushed out. So right up in here, right in here, it's going to have to be trimmed. Not only that, you can see the ugly thing, so I think I'm going to trim it back about here, you know, so it'll slide back the rest of the way. And that's on both sides. So go ahead and pull this bad boy off and get to trimming and stuff like that. Alright guys, we're back. So trim down those bumper pieces and, well, take a look. It actually fits pretty nice. Looking pretty clean. Fits pretty good. So thing is, yeah, we can go put it on, you know, go ahead and start securing it, but not quite there yet. So first things first, we gotta take our grill, which I already moved it from the old bumper over there, and we're gonna have to go ahead and place that on here. So that's one. So before we do that, there's 4 little clips that go on the bottom that I have to drill holes for, and then trying to install those afterwards, nah, forget it. So we'll go ahead and get the grill set up, get that drilled, put in, then we'll go ahead and finish the carrying. Bless me. Finish the carrying the front bumper on her. Sorry, dust. But yeah, getting close. So I'll be back.
You stay inside most of the time, but you don't see into my mind. Why don't you come outside and see what it's like? I think you'll find that the weather is nice. You go get a drink, it's not as bad as you think. You puke in the sink, but you'll be fine. Wake up around 9, then you do it again and again and again and again.
All right, guys. So back, grill's installed, and let you guys take a look. I think that right there just changes the whole attitude of the car. Yeah, looks good. So finished buttoning this up because obviously there's a couple loose ends, such as like got to install the quick releases, got to take them off that bumper right there, drill new holes, bolt them on, and then put the bands in. It'll be great. But man, just looks good. So back after I finish that stuff up, guys.
Let's go. I was born to kill it. I was meant to win. I am down and willing, so I will find a way. It took a minute, now it didn't happen right away. When it get hot in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how it winners made. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flame. I switch my style up, watch the money pile up. I'ma get rich or die trying, want me switch lanes. I'm always getting better, I'ma be on 5th place. On this one, then 4th on the next. 3rd, 2nd, 1st, 4th, for the best. She showing love, give me all the raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. I do it for the love, they perform for the checks, and I still get more. They be bored by the rest. I done put the work in, wasn't born in success. See the storm, it affects the performance. But I dance in the rain and the thunder, the drums. So I keep going hard, I won't stop till I'm done. From the bottom to the top, I'm the one. I can drop in a month, I'll be back at the top. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Raw energy. Don't stop, go ahead, get it in. Jump, knock, let me in. Huff and puff and blow the house down. Yeah, we blow the house down. Yeah, we blow the house down. Big moves, we shake the ground. All the greats who came before us, we about to make them proud. We've got to make this count. Take the ball and raise it now. Make noise, you're crazy loud. It's all moment, let me hear you shout. Don't give up, we can turn it round. We got the fire, we burn it down. Yo, I pop champagne at the back of the club. Yo, I'm back with a sweat, tears, back with a blood. How to get it out of mud, kinda like Predator. Get to the chopper.
Welcome back, guys. So obviously another day. So lost a little bit of that footage. Apparently I didn't realize that the battery had died, but what can you do, right? You just roll with it. But that's okay. This video is a little long, I get that. So some of you may not stay till the end here, but if you do, I really appreciate it. So that just means you're awesome. So without further ado, let's check out the car. She's finished. You know, as you guys can see, bumper's on, looking great, which you guys already saw earlier in the video, but See, got them sides on, you know. And as you can see down here, you're gonna have to do some trimming, a little bit of finessing with your doors. And again, that's all gonna go on to, you know, the kit and who makes it, and again, what type of kit you get. So, you know, like I said, these aren't straight bolt on, you know. Some of them need trimming, some of them need a little bit of sanding, stuff like that to get them to fit just right. But, you know, later on, you come back when we get ready to paint that, I will show you guys how you can fill in the gaps and everything, make it nice and smooth, like it's seamless if you want, or you can leave it like that to where you can still pull it off. Completely up to you, dealer's choice. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because, again, I apologize, it is quite long. It's longer than I expected. I probably should have split it up into 2 different parts, but you know, we don't. Sometimes you guys get long ones, sometimes you don't. But if you stay to the end, like I said, really appreciate you guys. And if you remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.